Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to the road to number one on Geoguessr Duels. Good to have you back on another episode. And yeah, last episode was a marginal success. I think we gained more points than we lost. And we are currently seated at 71st in the world, just behind Jake, just behind Emshanov and Armani. And we're actually third in Australia. So Australia's kind of had a bit of a very serious dry patch at the moment where a lot of us have lost points. But I have not. So we're climbing up. Hopefully we can get in this episode to number two. Or maybe even number one if we win all our duels. That would be a great one. That would be a great one. Okay, but I have prepared myself, done a few warm-up games today, feeling pretty strong. I feel like I'm guessing nicely. NMPZ's the way to go. I think from here on in, it really is my best mode, and I want to hit number one, and so that's really what I'm going to play. No moving. It goes well for me a lot of the time, and then just certain rounds that are easy for my opponent, I just can't get my head around. So let's see who we match up against first today. Okay, here's our first opponent, Hosuja, and they are 1600 rated, so should be interesting here. Looking like Japan up first here. I don't really get too much of an... Oh, wait, actually guessed. I did not catch that at all. Okay, so let's see where we want to go here. I don't get the feeling this is too far north. The trees kind of feel middle. I'm going to go middle for that reason. I don't really have a good idea here. I'll just go east of Nagoya here. And it was actually just north of Tokyo there. Not a bad start, I suppose. Opponent goes for a fairly standard guess as well here. So I'm pretty sure Hosuja plays a lot of duels. So 1600 should be about accurate if they play a lot. Let's see what we get next here. Should be the North Road in Kenya, I think. We're going northeast here, if I could actually zoom into Kenya. I was thinking up here, this direction. I think everything looks quite right for that. Northeast, so maybe this stretch here. What about even further up? Yeah, there would be certain sections that work, but no, I do think it's this road. Pretty confident on that, but I think our opponent should know as well. We'll see about that. It's very dry, very flat, and yeah, we 5k'd. Opponent's on the Wajir road, so it's unfortunate that that round didn't happen a bit later on, but it's also it bodes well for us on this episode, I would say. Okay, next round here. Let's see what's good. We have Vineyards. It's 2023 copyright. Kind of felt Italian to me, but definitely I could see Greece, I could see Spain, I could see Turkey. All of it's possible. I think Italy's a pretty good shout here. How much? Okay, we have quite a few eucalyptus trees, which is interesting. Could definitely see that. Okay, so we have kind of West Hills here. I don't know. There's still a lot that's possible to me. I might go Sardinia here. I don't mind that with the number of eucalyptus trees. It could even be... It could definitely be Spain. I mean, the road kind of looks Spanish, but I'll send it in here. And okay, well, Sardinia there. We're just going really nicely here, making good guesses at the start of this duel. It's unfortunate that, like, the early rounds matter so little because we've actually just gone to town on him. But okay, round number 4 here. And we're in the US. Architecture doesn't give me too much here. That's very... Is it very dark, or is that just dead grass? I think it's just dead grass. Okay. Road quality is a bit pepperish. And we are growing corn. I don't know. I don't know what I exactly think here. It could be like down here. I could even see this being quite east. It kind of looks eastern. I don't know. Maybe I should go just hedge it in Kentucky. I don't think the road really looks Kentucky, though. Hedge it South Indiana. Let's try that. Okay, it was actually Tennessee there. Makes enough sense. Opponents in Missouri, going to be fairly even there. 135 points of damage. Yeah, the house felt kind of southern, but... I don't know, a lot felt southern, but a lot felt northern as well, so I wasn't quite sure there. 1.5 times damage. Feels Mexican. Double yellow lines, which you do get in Mexico sometimes. The sun is south, so it is Mexico. It's a fairly difficult one here. That mountain's to our west, so it almost feels like we're next to a Monterey mountain or something like that. But I'm honestly not convinced. The road's not red, which is good for that idea, and we can see south of us is very flat, right? So south and southeast is very flat. So not loving that idea. What about over here? See, this kind of thing could make more sense over here near Torreon or something. I just don't know. It could even be further south. I don't see any like good evidence of that, but it's possible. Yeah, I feel like a middle north hedge is probably in order here. We're going south-southwest. And it's just kind of... It's difficult for me to kind of get a grasp of what's going on in this round, to be honest with you. Maybe... Yes, and we are somewhat elevated, but we're kind of going next to the mountain, which is kind of what's confusing me as well. I don't know. I don't know. He's guessed. Just gonna go for a big old hedge in the middle of Mexico here. I think that should be fine. Okay, it was actually Oaxaca. I considered south. I did, but I didn't see any vegetation that I really thought looked southern. 700 points damage. A lot better than it could have been, because considering I had very poor vibes for what was actually going on in that round. But okay, next round here. Let's see what we got. It's Oz. That's good. Bins. I mean, like, Platesfield, Queensland. I think this looks quite a lot like Brisbane, to my mind. Yeah, I think it's a Queensland plate, and I think the houses are old, so I would just conclude that this is Brisbane, because old houses like this, colonial style, tend to only be in the capital cities, really, or maybe a bit further south, like, yeah. And it was Toowoomba, that makes sense as well. Yeah, if there was going to be any other settlement in Queensland that could look like that, probably just Toowoomba. But Australia is clearly not a weakness for Hoosier, because it makes the very logical guess there. 2.5 times damage now. We are in Philippines, and I don't know what's going on here. It may feel... It kind of felt like north at first to me, but I'm actually completely unsure about that. Opponent likes to guess quickly as well, which, even though I'm someone who likes to guess quickly too, it's not actually my tactics when it comes to duels, actually. Okay, let's go here. I think this is a fine hedge. It was. Opponent goes for a similar one. Just kind of... We had a lot of palms in the background, but also it kind of looked northern. Didn't really look Mindanao to me, so... Yeah, fairly standard stuff. Triple damage now. We got a nice lead, and we see a bit of UK Ireland 2021 copyright. Road feels quite Irish in the way it's quite peppery to me, so kind of grainy road. So yeah, definitely thinking Ireland here. Feels a bit further north if I had to say anything, but I'm just gonna hedge it middle here actually. And it was Northern Ireland indeed. Actually, in Ireland, yeah. So in Republic, but just over the border. That makes sense. Yeah, it did feel northern. Maybe I should have trusted my gut a little bit more there, but hedging is also always a decent idea. Next one here, we are in India. These mountains, they feel a bit... Yeah, it's kind of a difficult one. I don't see any palm trees, though, so I'm leaning north here. Maybe Chhattisgarh. I think Chhattisgarh would be a standard guess here. I could see Maharashtra, MP, Jharkhand, any of those, maybe even further up here. Well, I think, okay, what we got? Southwest Mountains here. I'll just slam it here. Should be a good guess. Okay, it was Jharkhand, and opponent is also fairly close there. We're doing a bit of damage there, actually. 1.3k. Not going to say no to that. Yeah, if I committed more to my main vibe, then we may have been able to end it, but it's fine. Quadruple damage, we're in... Damn it, I hate these. Okay, so southwest of us, we do see one of these kind of dips. I feel like around here you get coverage that looks like this, but maybe we should be going more where it follows along the ocean. Antofagasta area. I don't know how these rounds often look, man. I really struggle with lining these ones up properly, but we're definitely going dead north-south, and there's a big outcrop here. I don't know. Is it like that? That could work. I think I'll just go for it here. Guys, I'm very clueless on these rounds. I think the cliffs would be closer to us if we were here, though. Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love it. Okay, like, objectively speaking, it feels quite far... Objectively speaking, I don't know, actually. So I think it's north of Copiapo. I do think that. Okay, if we were down here, like, there are certain places that could work, but I don't see the settlement. So what about this? See, that could work pretty decently. Could be that. No, but it doesn't get really bigger. So yeah, I do think it's actually a bit further north here. I don't know where. I'm just gonna hedge it there. Okay. It was way further south. It was actually just north of Copiapo, and it's almost enough to win there. I'm glad we didn't win on that, because it wouldn't have felt right to win with such a poor guess, but, you know. Next one here, 4.5 times damage, and is this North America? It would appear to be. Well, it kind of looks like we're driving the left-hand side of the road, which is confusing, but I think the vegetation, everything kind of feels Great Plains, right? So, like, Kansas, maybe, could make quite a bit of sense here. Maybe even a bit further north. I don't know what these trees would say. I think Kansas is decent here. I might put the pressure on. He's going again. He likes to get things over and done with quickly. I respect it. I think... I don't know if you see this kind of cliff in Kansas, but vegetation and everything felt quite Kansas to me. Edge it like southeastern Kansas? I don't know yet. Let's see. Wow. That was a good guess. And GG's to Husia. So that's a good start to the episode today. I think we made good guesses, honestly. Just the Mexico was our big downfall there, but 14 points of ELO goes our way, which is really nice. Okay, so if we take a few wins in a row here, we could be really good. We got Vehicle Ronald here, one of Russia's best players. Let's see how Ronald is able to play. First one here, we are in northern... I would say this is quite far north in Philippines. We got the silver car, we got the concrete roads. This feels like mountain province or something up in this region here to me. I'm gonna send it quite far north here, honestly. He's guessed. Let's just go here. And yeah, he didn't get quite that vibe, but our guess is going to be 500 points better. So that's a gratifying start to the duel. Seems that I've turned around my luck, where I was often making bad guesses at the start of duels, but now not so much. Okay, next one here, 2023 winter, flat, interesting road. It kind of felt like a flat Austria to me. But I could see other countries working here for sure, for certain. Um, yeah, but I do think it's that kind of area. I'm gonna go where I was thinking here, out this direction. Let's see about it. Okay, it was a flat Austria, very nice. Opponent also gets it. I don't know, like Europe when it's that flat and open is often either in Netherlands or in those kind of flat plains like you get around the quad border there. Next one here, wooden pole, New Zealand fence. I might put the pressure on. He might think it's Australia. I might put the pressure on and guess New Zealand quick here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to hope he thinks it's Australia because I guessed quickly. Okay, no, never mind. Terrible tactics. He got the exact region there. It was just Hamilton Hills, but we're not far away. So all things considered, that is not a bad result. You know, I do like to play the psychological games a little bit every now and again. Anyway, next one here looks like Taiwan to me, but could this be actually Central Java? No, I think it's Central Java. Like the road is more reminiscent of that, and it's very tropical as well. Wait, 2021. Ooh, see, I'm going Central Java. I think it's more that. Yeah, good. 2021 did give me pause for thought because there's probably more 2021 in Taiwan than there is in Indo, but that would have been devastating if we missed it. And overall, that road is just really common in Central Java, the way of making the road with the 2 lanes like that. Next one here, Waterford. Should be North Island with this fence. It rarely isn't. So Waterford, can we... Goes for the guess again here. Okay, what do we have? So, kind of hilly all sides. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what this looks like. I kind of felt it kind of looked like down here, but let's just leave it there. And, okay, we're right on it there. Right next to the hills, actually, but great guess. It's enough for almost 1,000 points. So, again, just taking big, nice early advantage. The New Zealands, we traded back and forth, which is, as I've said recently, one of my worst countries. Okay, this one's almost certainly India with the camera. It definitely feels like Chhattisgarh to me this time. I'm going to go northeastern Chhattisgarh. It just gives me massive those way vibes this time. And it was actually over in Madhya just. But yeah, that's what Chhattisgarh looks like. You often have these kind of like weird looking forests, no palm trees. Like often a lot of it seems to be done in the autumn or kind of a browner time of year. Next one here. Interesting pole top here. What do I actually think? Concrete road is interesting. Often seen in East Java, East Kalimantan, I mean, but often seen elsewhere as well. This pole, the shape of this roof is a very Sulawesi one. That's interesting. That's like a Sulawesi roof shape. But okay, I mean, it could be Sula here. I'm actually kind of tempted to hedge like this. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I think one of them is correct, and I'm not sure which. Okay, it was South Sula there. Yeah, I don't know. The concrete road is not too common there, I feel. It's 1.3k damage. I should have known if he insta-sent, he probably was going to go there. But the East Kalimantan is also really common, so with that road. So yeah. Okay, now we're in Turkey. He'll know that. And I don't know, like 2023. It doesn't feel too far eastern to me, but I can't really verify that, you know. I think I'm going to click east of Ankara here. I feel like it's a decent guess. It's kind of the landscape kind of fits here. I'm going to go like that. Okay, well, southwest of Ankara. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. 1k damage there, actually, again. Like, this is just unfortunate way around the multis have gone in the last 2 duels, but such is life. We have to make the good guesses when they count. No fronts here. I got like maybe an Alberta vibe here. I think this is almost certainly Canada. With no fronts. I don't think it's... What color are the street signs there? No fronts. Do we hedge? I think we do a bit of hedging here. I think a bit of hedging might be necessary. I'm going to go on a... I'm going to go like this. Calgary, and he gets it! Okay, and he gets the right suburb too. That's just annoying, bro. Like, even when I was doing coaching with Fowl recently, I thought that architecture that we saw there was not typical. Yeah, anyway, next one here. We got lots of Thai poles. 062, not sure what that would mean. Very palmish going on here. Lots of palms. How far south do I actually think? Objectively speaking, it might actually be a capital click, but the palms are definitely spammed. So I think I'm leaning more south, actually. Yeah, I think I have to lean south here, even though it does kind of look like Bangkok as well. I think I'll just hedge it for everything south here like this. Shit, yeah, just Bangkok. Yep. Lots of palms there for no particular reason. We don't even have a big water source nearby. But that's okay. I mean, a deserved win by vehicle there. Yeah, we lose 19 rating. Not fantastic. But I don't know, guys. Like, I don't feel... I mean, I hedged a bit too much, to be sure. Like, on the Canada, I could have gone Calgary. Because I did get a vibe that was probably going to be in Alberta. But still. Okay, back in here again. The queues are pretty long, but it's okay. Orbis, 1800 rated. Let's get a win against an 1800. That's 200 points difference. First one here, mixed vibes. Heavily mixed vibes here. Orbis is immediately in. Apparently, Orbis does have the habit of insta-sending, which I like. Don't see any palms here. It also doesn't feel max north. Probably just going to hedge at Madhya here. I don't really see a good reason not to do that. I'm going to go in Sagar, Madhya Pradesh here. And okay, well, it's just near New Delhi there. Good guess from Orbis. And it's going to be to the tune of nearly 1,000 points. Okay, I got to commit more, start committing more to places I think it actually is, because clearly the hedging against these high-rated opponents is not quite as effective. Next one here, he insta-sands. Looks like South US, but some of the architecture is a bit weird to me. Look at that. It's like a live oak. Could this be North Texas? Could be. We have no front plate, though, so I'll go over the border in Oklahoma here. I will go Oklahoma City, actually. And it was actually in Kansas again. Similar trees to what we had last time. We both go Oklahoma City. We do some damage. No flawless. Orbis. So Orbis, an up-and-comer. An up-and-comer, apparently. Malaysian. I'm not sure if he's playing in the... if he's still playing in the... okay, what do we got here? Sinaloa pole. Double yellow lines. Should be a Sinaloa pole, really. I believe so. Yeah. So northwest we go, and we see mountains kind of... Yeah. Let's go in this road here. I don't know if that would have coverage, actually. It's very green, though, right? So probably a bit further south than Sinaloa. I'm just trying to see what road it would actually be here. Well, he might not know. Let's see here. Yeah, I do think it is Sinaloa. I'm just trying to think, could it be this road here? That's northeast, though. I don't really see the good northwest road. I'm just gonna send it here. That should be fine. That just basically hedges everything. But yeah, this pole, the wooden one that has this arrangement of the crossbar, very common in Sinaloa and Sonora. And maybe Nayarit too. I think Sinaloa and Sonora mainly. So let's see what Orbis is thinking. Does he know the country, is the question. No, he thought it was US. And it was Sinaloa, and it was a white road. Yeah, that makes sense. Great damage there. So against an 1800 rated opponent here, the win is one difficult round. And I'm glad, I really should have gone faster there in hindsight. Anyway, next one here, we got autumn coverage. Feels definitely Russian to me, but it also doesn't feel too far north. Look at all this, like, white brick as well. It could even be other countries. I don't know. I didn't actually work out where this is. He goes so quickly. I'm just going to go there. Okay, it was actually Belgorod there. Yeah, that makes sense with the autumn coverage. Bit of a bad guess from me, but actually a good bad guess, because my guess doesn't make sense, but at the same time it is pretty close, so that's a good result. And this guy insta-sends, bro. ADHD to the max. Okay, we have to play nicely then. Seaview Hotel. Everything looks kind of Greek. We're driving right, so yeah, this is Greek Island for sure. I'm going to exploit. The last time he didn't guess instantly, he didn't know, so I'm going to go straight in here. Let's see if that works. He might be confused by the English. He might even think it's Malta, but he doesn't. That's good. We get the right island there. It was Paros. Is that if I'm right about that? I think so. 600 damage. Not too bad. Not too bad of a result there for a random Greek island. Next one here, double damage. Come on. Come on, baby. It's India again this time. Vibes. He goes instantly. We do have a palm there. This time vibes, I think, are a bit further south. Could see like an Undra working quite nicely here, but at the same time, do I want to hedge it more? I think I want to hedge it more. I think I'll go Telangana here. I think Telangana will be fine. Okay, that's good. It was Telangana. He's up in Jharkhand there. So 1.3k. Once again, we've got our opponent down very low. We just need to fade Russia. Basically, Russia's all, or maybe Canada's all we need to avoid here. And we have 2024. And we're driving right, so this is not Kazakhstan. What are we looking at here? I don't think this is Mongolia. No, it's not. So what are we looking at here? White lines. It's not Chile. It should be Europe. So is this Bulgaria? It's very rocky in a weird way. It could be Turkey, but I don't think it's, no, I don't think it's Turkey. What am I looking at? The soil is like giga red. Well, Bulgaria makes the most sense, I think, unless I'm missing something completely here. And it was Turkey. Oh my gosh, 2024 Turkey. It's going to be huge damage, obviously. Is that enough? No, it's not. Thank goodness. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. It was very strange for Turkey. It's new coverage, so I just did not recognize it at all. Triple damage now. We don't have much of an advantage left, and we are in Colombia. The multis are ridiculous, bro. He's gonna, if he insta-guessed here, he's probably going to have gone Bogota. So the question is, do we want to go and commit? Because I think my default guess would just be Bogota here. We don't have Google car color. We don't really have anything. I'll leave it. And he guessed Bogota, as I expected. He's slightly closer. It's not going to be too much there. 350. Oof. That difference. See, the multis are just ridiculous, bro. You don't need to go more than 3 times multis. But you also don't need the early rounds. It's like a bit ridiculous. Anyway, next one here, Netherlands. They just need to stem the pace, you know? Okay, lock in. What does this look more like? East-southeast bridge. Can we get that? He's scanning too. What does it actually look like? I could definitely see some merits to the kind of bridges you get down here working quite nicely. Oh, region guessing Netherlands, bro. I feel like I'm almost best just clicking Amsterdam here. Click in the middle of all the water and hope. It's a lot of traffic. I'm going to click between Rotterdam and Amsterdam. I feel like that's actually kind of most likely here. Like, it's just so much traffic. It feels like we're near big cities. I'm not good at scanning for 5Ks, so yeah, it was maxed out there. We take the win in somewhat lucky fashion. GG's to Orbis there. Well played. 150 HP, and we beat the 1800, gaining us 23 rating. That's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. Okay, so we're definitely up for the video so far with 2 wins and 1 loss. And GG's to Orbis there. Let's see who we get next. Okay, Orbis is back for some more punishment. I was joking, but let's see if we can take back-to-back wins here. I feel like I played better. I just screwed up that one Turkey round there. These are Gisborne lines, theoretically, right? Where you have one on the outside, one on the other. So let's go Gisborne here, see if he knows it. And, okay, it was actually, damn, it was in Wellington that time. I guess they're not that consistent, but I think they're quite often in Gisborne. Am I right? Ziggy? I think so. Anyway, next one here. He gets a really nice guess there, by the way. I should have lined up the mountains, I guess. Looks like UAE. Yeah, Poltops would say UAE to me here. He hasn't guessed yet, so it could be a good opportunity here if I'm right about that. So we got West Mountains. Could this ever be down in Aqaba, in Jordan? Wait, it kind of looks like Jordan, though. Huh? Switching. I'm switching. That was not a bad decision. It was actually Jericho there. How does he get the 5K as well? 600 points. That's a lot better than it could have been. Yeah, I realized the whole top looked a bit more Jordanian, but it was actually in Palestine or Israel there. So interesting. Next one here, North Ocean. We appear to be in Brazil, but he doesn't give you any time. Yeah, I think the vegetation looks much more Brazil here, and I don't think it's this national park, but I think it is something up on the north coast of like Ceará or something like that here. I'm gonna leave it like that. I believe that there's lots of coverage here. I think. Wow, it was actually Mex. I really thought that vegetation looked Brazil, but okay. If we can survive to a multi, so we can always make this one work. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. How has he got that so quickly? I don't know. Next one here. These are Ohio plates, or I mean, they look like well, they look like. Is this actually Idaho? Because they look like Idaho plates. I think I'm gonna commit. I think I'm going to go Boise here. We are on a grid, which is very good for Boise. It is a lot of trees, you know? But the architecture does feel kind of Western, so I could see it here. Well, you know, you have to YOLO it a bit when you're solo, so let's see. And okay, we both went Boise, and it was Idaho Falls. Unlucky. But we survived. That is at least something. I did not think it looked like Idaho Falls, no less Boise, but the plates got us there. 1.5 times damage here. We are in West US. Trees definitely would say that here. He insta-guesses. I'm thinking Oregon, but it looks like we... I'm I'm thinking Oregon here. I am. Maybe the longer I look, the more I like Washington. I'm going to go in southern Washington here. And it was Washington instead of Oregon. That's good. We get there in the end. Opponent goes Portland, 500 points of damage. Just got to commit to everything exactly where I think it is now. Double damage. Full commits. We are in North Brazil here. These are like Bahia palm trees, as far as I remember. 2024 coverage. Okay. He goes. Of course he does. White soil. Think I'm going to go Bahia here. It's a little risky. Most certainly. It kind of looks a bit more northeast, but I think these palm trees are really common here, so I will just go northern Bahia, and okay, we are closer. No, we're not, but we survive. That's what's more important. 98 damage there. Was Pernambuco. Maybe Bahia wasn't the best guess there. Good to know that those palm trees exist there as well, though. Next one here, 2.5 times damage. Are we in Iceland? I think we're in Reykjavik here. Look at those South Mountains. No blue strip. I think this is an opportunity for us here, because it's not the easiest Reykjavik. So where are the hills here? Yeah, it could be here, could be here, could be here. Oh, really interesting round. I wonder if he recognizes the plate. He should. He's good enough to. I'm getting the sense. Well, let's see. Because it's not the easiest. Okay, and 5Ks. What the hell is this guy on, bro? I actually don't get that. 300 damage. What? We did have a big mountain. Okay, I mean, this guy's just good. This guy's just better than I expected. I mean, 1800. No surprise. He was 4th in the world the other day when I saw. Black car. US here. Lots of sagebrush going on. What do I actually think? This is a fairly difficult one to place. Like, I don't think it's Nevada. But then where do you go instead? Maybe Utah? I could see Utah working nicely here. I could see like an eastern Colorado, so that would work nicely for my Utah guess. The soil's not so red, so I'm leaning against further south here. I'm thinking just like a Utah hedge for everything here is what I want to do. Let's go for that. Oh no, he knocks us out like that. GG, wowee. So Orbis, well, very good player from what I can see here. I wonder, and he only has, here's the thing that everyone's really surprised about with Orbis, is that he only has 6,000 games played, whereas I have many more at 26,000. So again, we have Gorka here, one of the best players in the world, 1672. Let's try and take an overall positive for this video. Send back a wave. We have first here 2023 in California, I want to say. Looks kind of like Bay Area to me or something like that. West of us, we have pretty big hills, west-southwest, so that could certainly fit for the angle we'd expect to see up there. Modesto kind of region here, maybe something like that, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna go all the way into the Bay Area here. Okay, he went Canada. How would you go Canada there? And how is it actually Washington? I don't know. Either answer the questions to those two. But didn't we have like lots of fruit? And yeah, I mean, I know he clicked in the rain shadow in Canada where it's warm, but still. Okay, does it look like this road here or something? Gen 3, or is it this road? I think it's like this road, the Prince Rupert Road, which angle would really fit, to be fair. In fact, angle really does fit, so maybe northeast and east. I think the angle really does fit here. We have a railway as well running along it, which it does occur here. Okay, I'm gonna go there. That would make some sense. If we have the railway, I feel confident about the guess. I remember it being really cloudy on this road, and I think it is Gen 3 in that city, so yeah. Let's see what Gorka is thinking about it. Yeah, we got it. So did Gorka. Fair enough. Was pretty line-upable once you have the compass. Sometimes I wish Geoguessr didn't have the compass, just because I'm not that good at using it, and I feel like I could do a lot better comparatively without it, but it is there, and you have to use it to the best of your ability, even if you're like me. Next one here, we got short plates. It's Peru. Now, what are we going to do here? I think it feels more like a southern city, but there's really not too much to go off of here. It's 2023. So I'll think I'll go Abancay here. It's a bit of a commit. It is a bit of a commit, but I like it. Let's see. Okay, it was Abancay there. We get the exact city, which is obviously a nice result there. 1.1k damage. Nice. Okay, it was a very mountainous one. I know Abancay is pretty mountainous like that. Next one here. Ooh, very interesting. 2021. So where would this place us? He's really good at Spain. If this is Spain, I'm screwed. I don't think it is. Could it ever be Arge, though? Or Russia? Wait, this could be Russia. Wait. I'm very lost right now, guys. I think this might be Russia. That might be stupid, though. What are these trees doing otherwise, though? Huh. Better, I guess, than nothing at all. I'm going to go over here in Russia. Does it look like that? Oh my gosh, it was Russia, but it was Ulan-Ude. That's going to be... We actually... Guessing Russia does keep us in the game there. Of course it's Ulan-Ude, bro, but it's a really weird round. Like, I don't know, the Russia rounds on this map are super janky. Okay, this definitely feels like this coast here. Lots of rice going on. These palms. Rice palms. It definitely feels like this. Do I want to go further south or further north, though? I think this is the exact, like, hedge that you do. Maybe further south. I'm gonna hedge it more like that. Oh, no. How is he guessing in the dry part of Telangana on that, bro? What? I don't understand some of his guesses on that jewel, but we lost anyway. Okay, well, we have to go... Well, I want to do one more win, at least, because we're back down to where we started this episode. So I want to do one more win. But, I mean... Come on, bro. I play... I don't know. I don't feel like I play my top stuff on these episodes yet. But I think I've just got to get used to more to duels, because I normally play solo. Let's see who we get. Okay, final opponent is Orbis. Let's see if we can win 2-1, or if it'll be a 1-2 against the Instasender himself. And I will take my time to be nice and slow and considered along the course of this duel, I think. He's, of course, guessed here. I refreshed so my game runs smoothly. I think this is South Poland, I mean, surely. Southeast, we see fairly sizable hills here. It kind of looks like Czechia. Just going to go here. And okay, was all the way east near Lviv there. Good guess by Orbis. Yeah, some slight hills here, I guess. Some, yeah, not too much that you can see on the smaller map there, but some slight hills. Next one here, round 2. We are in USA. Look at these hills again. This feels actually quite western once again. Could it ever be New Mexico? Like, it doesn't... The soil's not too red, but it does kind of look that way. I could definitely see it, you know. Oh, yeah, we do have some red soil here. Yeah, so I think I kind of like out, like, Navajo area here. I'll try that. And, okay, was Navajo area. And we get a good guess there. Thank you, Orbis. Thank you, Orbis. We'll get the cool emoji going. And let's see what we got next here. We have a flat Oz, I think, here, 2023. This looks like the deep South Australia coverage that got released a lot recently, I think. I don't really see any reason it wouldn't be, so yeah, I think I'll just go here. I think I'll just go north of Naracoorte, or maybe, yeah, I think north of Naracoorte here. There is a bit of grid going on inside here, so I will go on this road here. Let's try that. And yeah, it was there. And Orbis is over in Vic, also the second guess. So yeah, if it wasn't going to be SA, it would have been probably in Vic. So that's a fine guess by Orbis. So yeah, definitely seems to be a strong player. I got to win on my advantages here every single time I get one of those. This is northwestern Brazil. We don't have much to go off of here. 2023 coverage. Tocantins, Bahia, something like that here. Maybe even Piauí. Northwest angle. I think I'll just hedge them all. Oh, wow. It was actually RN. Yeah, difficult round there. He also goes Bahia, but he's quite a bit closer, so things move to be quite even. Yeah, it was a lot of bushes. It was a lot of bushes, so I probably would have seen more trees where I clicked. Next one here, gonna be in Nigeria. Yeah. So where in Nigeria? Is it more Lagos vibes? I don't know. It could be. But I don't actually know where in Nigeria this would be. I might go Akure here just as a hedge. I'm not too sure where this is. And okay, it was Ibadan. That makes sense. Fine guess from us there. I mean, like, Ibadan often has mixed vibes. I think you see more. That guy almost looked like he was wearing Muslim clothes. I think you see more people in Lagos and Ibadan than down southeast. Okay, this one's South Africa, southeast. It feels like this area here to me with the slight hills, dryness, a bit of green going on as well. He sends it in. What do I actually think here? Do we actually get anything here? Southeast. Well, we could be on this road here. I don't mind that. Let's just send it. And okay, we both go for the same road there. His is also southeast, yeah. And it was near Kradok, and we're quite close indeed. 2.5 times damage now. I really want to win this one. I really do. We have some northern Finland, I would say. How far north, though? The trees? Well, everything kind of looks like this latitude to me around Rover. So I think I'll just go for that. Can I see anything else that I want to guess off of? I don't think so. I'll go like here, I think. Okay, it was up there. Excellent guess. Yeah, I mean, guesses have been pretty good in this duel so far. We have an advantage. Let's press it home. Although Orbis seems to hold his cool very well. He's a big grinder. Okay, triple damage now in Korea. 500s for a number. I don't know what that means. I must learn that. Korea's completely a write-off without the phone numbers, I think. So we'll certainly be learning that before I go off to Sweden. But I want to hedge it a little further south here, I think. Let's see. And it was further south there. That is a rare time where Korea is my friend and we actually pick up 1,000 points on it. Excellent. Okay. He's once again at a disadvantage, so this is like the first duel. But he came back in that one almost. So let's see. 3.5 times damage here in India. Architecture feels more north to me. He's crying. He doesn't know. Architecture feels more north to me. We also have a lot of rice. I'm happy to have a little bit more time to think. I think sometimes the pressure has been working against me somehow. I think that Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh are my biggest thoughts here. We have a lot of palms, so that might lead me a bit further east here, actually. I'm going to go here. And okay, it was actually a bit further east there, up near Bihar. And yeah, Bihar seems to like kind of look like, okay, we win. Looks like Uttar Pradesh, but you have more palms. So there we go. We actually do go positive for the episode. GG's to Orbis there once again. And yeah, we're at 1654. Let's go. I was getting a bit depressed there at certain points in the episode, but look at that. We are now aware. Let's see what we're actually sitting at here. Globally speaking, we are 62nd in the world. In Australia, we are second. For the first ever time, we're second in Australia. I could go for another Orbis. I could hunt Orbis twice more, but I don't feel like I'll do that today. But stay tuned, because that will be happening, of course, very soon. Unranked menu. What's going on in unranked? Nothing. Okay. Anyway, that is it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was fun to film, relatively speaking. And yeah, I will see you guys in a video very soon. Until next time, and goodbye.